fly straight in the eye. Tuesday morning, and we're doing something a little bit exciting this morning. So the lovely lady next door, she called me over yesterday and asked if I wanted to use her school, which is just the most amazing kind offer in the world. So this morning we're heading over there to have a little play. So yeah, I'm very excited. A little bit nervous though, because Juliet's not got the best track record for being in a school that's close to her field. So we tried it once before when we went for a test riding clinic a couple of years ago. And where she can still hear the girls and see them, she just neighed and trotted at high speed from one end to the other. And it took me ages to get her to settle, so we'll see. It could be that I just lunge her. I'm taking a lunge line, so if she does turn into a pain in the bottom, then I can just lunge her. But I'm hoping that she'll be calm and quiet. All the others have got hay. They're eating their hay out there, so they should be quiet. So we'll see. Juliet, you've got to be good. Steady. Steady. Steady walk. Steady walk. So it's taken 20 minutes. Oh, I was going to say we finally got walk, but just lost that again. Whoa. Whoa. Just a little extra update really for you. Tuesday evening, Jane's blood results came back today. She got a level of 56 in her Cushing's test, and anything above 29 is classed as positive. So it's a positive Cushing's test for Jane, which, as I mentioned in last week's video, is not a surprise at all. So yeah, now onto the medication hopefully, and we'll see what difference it makes. Hopefully a nice big difference. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Today is Anna's turn. Set up a little pattern in the school here. Stolen from the wonderful world of Western barrel racing. I'm not going to do anything quite as dramatic as that, but I'm going to try bending around these blocks. A big blue barrel here. It's Poppy Foo. See if we can get him recording us. And fingers crossed. All fingers in front of the camera. just walked around, chattering away to myself, hadn't actually pressed record. This is just becoming the story of my life now. Managed to get some footage of me riding Erna, which is nothing short of a miracle apparently. And I think she was really good. Her bending is definitely improving. So we were just bending around some jump wings. I'm not sure how well Pivo caught me doing that, but we'll have a look. I know he definitely caught me doing some of it, so that's good. All I can say is riding Erna, it's a bit like what I'd imagine driving an articulated lorry to be like. The back end just does completely opposite things to the front end, which I know is normal with horses, but like massively different. And it almost feels like it's locked up a lot of the time, so it just won't bend. Certainly walking around the school on the right rein, it's improving so much. She was so stiff, it was just impossible to get her to do any sort of bend, and that's definitely improving now. So yeah, be interesting to see what the footage shows. So Friday morning I decided to put our brave pants on and go back over to the school next door. She hesitated a little when we were walking over this time, but a little bit of encouragement and we were soon in the school. I'd taken 2 reins over with us this time so I could long rein her around the school. This is more what she's used to. We don't usually lunge with 1 rein, but on Tuesday that's all I had with me, so it's all I could do. But with the 2 reins she seemed much happier. She was much more settled straight away. Still not settled enough that I'd want to get on immediately, but we walked around, we did lots of transitions to halt, we did a little bit of trotting, and we just practiced doing what I wanted her to do basically, and she was so much better. Please excuse the wayward stirrup, I did forget a bit of string to tie them together. So this did mean after only about 20 minutes of groundwork, I decided that I was going to get on. And I hopped on and she was very good, much less tense than she had been the time before, and we even managed a little trot as well, which I was so pleased with. I was just so over the moon with how she behaved. this is definitely something I really hope we can keep working on, because I think the more we go over there, the happier she'll be. So Saturday it was Jem's turn to come riding, and I also realised I'd double booked Juliet for Saturday, so we had plans in the afternoon as well, but she used to be a riding school pony and is relatively fit, so I thought she'll be fine. Now you probably see this happening quite a lot when I get on my ponies. They turn their heads around immediately to the right, and it's because to stop them walking off, I've taught them that as soon as you get on, you get a treat. Now both Erna and Juliet were quite wiggly mounters, so I taught them this to help keep them still and make mounting much easier, and it's been an absolute godsend. Jamie refers to it as putting 10p in the meter before going, but yeah, I just thought you might wonder why they do that all the time when I get on. So we went a slightly different way to usual today, past one of the farms, and we got to see these lovely sheep that were all sunbathing in the gateway. The ponies thought that was incredibly interesting. This is a lovely ride. It does include a bridge though that Erna is terrified of. So there's a lovely bridge over the stream that you'll see first, but then there's an old railway bridge which I think she thinks has a ghost in it. So here's the bridge that Erna thinks that a ghost lives under. I hopped off because it just takes so much time trying to get her near it if you're riding her, and she quite happily followed Juliet in hand underneath. And then I just hopped back on the other side. It just makes life a lot easier, and she is learning to go under it a bit better, but yeah, to her it's just the echoing noise of their feet as they go through. It just upsets her a little bit, so it's easier to pop off and then pop back on again. So this is the second set of lost people we met on our hack, looking for directions, how to get back to their car, so we stopped for a bit and helped them. Erna was a little bit upset at first because we stopped under the bridge, so we had to move forward a little bit, but yeah, it was good practice for her to be standing that close. So on the way back we decided to let Juliet take the lead, as Erna's usually in front all the time, so it's really good practice for her to go in front every now and again. We did have a couple of spots, as you can see here, where she thought we should be going faster than we were actually asking her to, so we were trying to walk up here. As you can see, Juliet's got some very busy legs going on. We've been known to trot and sometimes canter up this hill as well, and I think both the ponies just love a bit of a blast up here, but I'm trying to teach them that walking is fine too. It's uphill and it's towards home, so yes, generally they get a little bit excited. So this is another towards home sandy track where we are sometimes guilty of going a bit faster, but currently teaching them that walking is good. As you can see, Juliet had a little bit of a disagreement with this and we did a bit more dancing, but she did eventually calm down and both ponies walked very nicely along the track. I'm super pleased with Juliet because she doesn't usually go in the front and she is very keen on going quickly, so the fact that she just did a little bit of jogging was absolutely fine, and Gemma rode her absolutely beautifully. And even Erna is at the back and not like killing anyone. Then when we got back we had a little bit of fun with some logs in the field. That was Gemma's first jump in well over a year, and these are my first jumps on Erna in a very long time as well, I can't even remember. Both ponies are very strong, so it was quite exciting, and you can see I'm just basically clinging on for dear life most of the time. Erna does feel very, very safe, so she's not dangerous in any way, she's just really enjoying herself, and it was great fun and a great end to our ride. Please excuse my awful position though. So hack number 2 for Juliet on Saturday was with the lovely Tabby. Katie was riding Sunny, Callie was on Velvet, and I also took little Seren in hand. Now I'm just a little bit too big to ride Seren these days, so I thought she'd quite enjoy a little walk out, which I really think she did. She seemed to absolutely love it, and it's the first time she's been out in a very long time, so I was really pleased to get her out. It was such a fun hack, and at one point or another each pony was in the front or at the back or in the middle, so it was really good practice for them all to be in different positions on a hack. Really, really good. Then when we got back it was a little more jumping fun with the logs. Now both ponies seem to absolutely love this, Juliet especially, she just loves jumping, and Tabby's brave, so excellent, great combination. And even Sunny jumped some logs as well, which was amazing, he did so well. Katie rode him brilliantly, he's not an easy pony, but they managed to jump a couple of logs, and yeah, everyone had a brilliant time. So here we are in the trailer again. Anna's having a nice bucket of food. As you can see, good girl, Stephanie. Staying in and going out slowly seems to be the problem today. Coming in, not a problem at all. Staying in, not so good, eh? But we're working on it. You're enjoying that food, aren't you? Even though you're rolling your eyes at me, no. Just had a big rear. Now, the natural horsemanship woman did say that when it came to having her staying in the trailer, to give her a call and we'd work on that again, and I do think we might need some help because she's got, you can see in the camera there, she's got her eye rolled right to the side and she's looking at me like this is something horrific, but she's putting up with it because she knows I want her to, which is really sweet. Just goes to show what a lovely pony she is. I just want her to be comfortable in here and happy, you know? I'm not going to try and take her anywhere until she's happy. But we're getting there. Baby steps, eh? Little baby steps. Also, just walk straight in. And I've got a lunge line because I'm an idiot. So we might try that again with the lunge line. Yes, very good pony. I'm just sat in my trailer after doing the trailer loading practice, which went pretty well. So Juliet walked in straight away, straight line, no sideways loading, straight in, perfect. So, God, I'm so pleased with that. She stuffed her face. I stood outside the jockey door for a bit and went out of sight, still holding on to the lunge line. And she was so busy stuffing her face, she didn't really seem to care. Result with the loading. I also had Jane's results this week for her Cushing's, which was positive, as you heard me talk about earlier in the week, so she's going to have her medication for that today. Other results, the photo show that I entered with the riding club. Juliet got a second in the veterans class and Jane got sixth, which was lovely. So their rosettes came this week and I took a couple of photos of them wearing them, which just lovely, really loved it. Juliet also had her confidence with obstacles rosette for the obstacle course that we did. The rosette was for an online dressage test we did with the main show. I've done quite a few with them before, I really like the main show. We did training test 1, which is equivalent to an intro test, just walk and trot. Now, people probably look at me and think, why is she doing a walk and trot test? We can do prelim. I don't think dressage is a straight line. You don't constantly improve. And we've had a few things thrown our way. I haven't been in a proper school since before lockdown. I've just been using my grass school, which is fantastic, but I can't always canter in there. In fact, I haven't been cantering in there. You ride in the morning, so even if it's a nice day, the grass is still quite wet with dew. It's a little bit slippery, or the ground has been too hard when we had the sun, so I couldn't canter then. Another thing is as well, I really struggle to remember dressage tests. I get like just brain fog, brain freeze. I can just about manage to remember an intro test. It took me 7 attempts the last time I did an intro by myself to remember it. I'm hoping that I can get some friends to video and call for me this week, and my aim is to get a walk, trot and canter dressage test recorded. Back to the results of the dressage test we had for May. We got 68 point something%, I can't remember what it was. I was really pleased with the score, I was like, oh, that's brilliant. And when the sheet came, I was interested to see what the comments were. Juliet got 7s and 8s for just about everything, but there was probably about a third of the moves that we got 5s for, 5s and 6s, because they couldn't see them. Because I had my camera set up at C, my GoPro, and it was pointing at the school and I was just riding, so at times I was miles away and you couldn't see me very well. I feel a bit like I let her down. That score, although I was happy with it at 68, could have been so much higher. We came 5th in the class, which was brilliant, and I'm just hoping next time get someone to video, get a proper test in, try and do a walk, trot and canter if I can get someone to call for me. We'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, this will probably be the end of the video for the week. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been quite an uppy-downy week this week, but loads of fun. Still knackered from yesterday. That was such an epic pony day. Bye. Let's see if we can get her to take her tablet. A bit of banana.